T7M Radio brings to you the best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell.
Jason Whitlock had some comments when LeBron James has spoken on racism and how racism is shown whether you are rich or poor. Let's kind of tap into Jason Whitlock's comments on LeBron James, and I'm going to get you guys' response. And y'all let me know if Jason Whitlock was out of bounds.
The worst thing in the world is to be black in America. It's just not true. The worst thing to be in America and anywhere on the planet is poor. Go through the numbers, go through the stats. If you're poor, regardless of color, you're catching hell in America and on this planet. LeBron has risen above poverty to that special elevated place we have in this society where pretty much nothing can bother him. And to sit here and say that, oh my God, my house was vandalized in LA and on the eve of this greatest sporting event, I'm traumatized. It's just not true.
He didn't say it was traumatized.
I understand, but that was the way he postured and, you know, the way, again, it was all said for the benefit of social media and Twitter. I'm fired up about it because, again, this is the Embrace Debate Network. That's what we label ourselves as.
Yeah.
And so I'm not out of bounds here when I say, I watched Undisputed and saw Shannon Sharp today say the hardest thing is being black in America. I was just like, this is crazy. Have you ever tried to be a veteran that lost a leg in America? Have you ever been a poor person accused of a crime and forced to go with a public defender in America? Of any color. It's if you're poor, regardless of color, you are catching hell. I've been poor. Shannon's been poor. We know the difference. We know how good our lives are, and we don't need to pretend like, oh my God, this is so terrible what's happening to us. We need to be defending the poor and disadvantaged and talking about their issues.
That was Jason Whitlock, media personality from Fox Sports, responding to LeBron James' comments on racism after his house being vandalized on Wednesday. Plain and simple, man. I'm just going to ask flat out, Slim. I know you was about to go in. Was Jason Whitlock's comments out of bounds?
Yo, he's out of bounds, bro. He's always hating on our race, man. He's always hating on it, man. People could just check the history of Jason Whitlock, man. He's something else, man. But see, he's not gonna lose his job behind this. I'll be suspended off the air behind none of this stuff, man. But if it were, he said something about, I don't want to really get into the race, but he said something about another race, man. He might have got suspended. You know what I mean? They tend to do things like that.
I found it interesting that he mentioned war veterans losing a leg, and he has both of his legs, and he was mentioning things that clearly he has never experienced, so I was kind of lost on why he was bringing those things up. J.O., what's your response on what we heard from Jason Whitlock?
Jason Whitlock is, so many things to call him. But Jason Whitlock he's part idiotic, part coon, and part pussy. He works for Fox Sports 1. Keyword Fox. So that's a network that thrives off controversy and pushing a button.
That's a fact.
Whitlock he's the, how should we put it?
He's the Stephen A. Smith for FS1.
No, he's the good nigga of FS1.
Okay.
So you have Shannon Sharp, who's seemed to be pro-black, and he played that type of role on the broadcast. And then you have this guy Whitlock, which I wish he would keep his mouth closed on a lot of things. I wish he would be Jason Ziplock, but
he's got a slave mentality, boy.
A wide open mouth. But the funny thing about Whitlock, when he was with ESPN, he was totally opposite. He was always pro-black. He was always, empowering the community. Now that he's on this Colin Cowherd show, it's the total opposite. That's why I question, is it him or is he just following the script?
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you feel like this thing might be pre-designed? I know you brought up how it seemed like things kind of is repetitious and kind of fall into a strategy or a format. Do you feel like this is pre-designed from, the higher ups, such as the actual networks?
It's definitely premeditated. I mean, it's definitely something. Like I said, that's part of his role now. His role is to shoot down all this Black Power stuff. I wouldn't even call it Black Power, but Black empowerment, because he did it with the LeVar Ball and the chick on the Colin Cowherd show that sits way in the back from everybody. He took us side on it and just ignore the reasons why Ball said what he said. So he did it a few weeks prior. So in his mind, he just got to be consistent of what he's doing, and it's quite amusing.
Now the perception is he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but the reality, Slim, do you feel like he's going to get penalized?
For Fox, like my man said, J.O. said, man, Fox is all for the controversy, so they probably won't penalize him, bro. They're going to let him talk away. I don't think he's going to get penalized, man. But he's going to hear it from people on social media. Charlamagne the God, you know what I mean, getting on him. Like, so he's going to hear it from people, but he won't lose his job or be suspended. You know? It ain't going to happen. He's a moron, bro. Mm-hmm.
This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk, T7M Radio. We got J.O. Nonfiction Slim, 7 Mitchell on the line. Callers, y'all call up 347-989-8102. When we come back, we're going to stay in the association with the NBA. We're going to talk about Klay Thompson. Will this be his last year in Golden State? Do you see him demanding a trade?